Teacher Ligaya was everyone's favorite teacher at Omingan Elementary School. She was seldom sad and she was never mad. Truth in her name, she was always happy. She smiled easily and laughed heartily. She also hummed merrily. La la rin la rin. Her art class was just over and she was now going to choose the best work for the inter-school Kalikasan art contest next week. She put the pile of drawing papers on her table, took off her shoe, sat on one of her feet, sat on her chair and put on her glass. La. On the blackboard behind her were written, "Draw your 5 favorite fruits." "Well done," she said as she looked at one paper. Drawn on it was a kasoy, a santol, a bunch of duhat, a sampalok, and aratilis. "Excellent," she said. "Next," and smiled. "Nice shape," she blurted out. "Wow," she exclaimed one after the other. And then, she was very proud of her pupils' works. "They are all very good," she thought, up until she got the last paper. "What's this?" she said, shocked. Her glass led down to the tip of her long nose. "This can't be!" she cried, and when she read the name written on the back of the paper, she was even more shocked. "Mateo, the Kanai Junior?" "Oh, Teo, how could you?" she sighed. Her smile shone. Teo was the best student. He always topped her class in all subjects. In fact, Teacher Ligay is expecting Teo to hand in the best work in always in art. All thought he was half orphaned and was poor. Teo was a well-behaved, well-adjusted boy. He lived alone with his father, a hard-working farm, which is what we call it, Hapatan, who was a kind, friendly man. Teo often talked about how he and his father enjoyed doing so many things together. In all of it, Teo was by far the most creative, moral, artistic, more cooperative, more active, more cheerful, most everything. He was the best athlete too. But now this, Teacher Ligaya could not believe how Teo could have misunderstood or worse, disobeyed her instruction. "Draw your 5 favorite fruit." "Something must have happened to that boy," Teacher Ligaya muttered over and over. Teo has always been smart and obedient. Teacher Ligaya's smile turned completely into a frown. For the first time, her face looked and worried. She looked closely at Teo's paper again. Painted on it, in a combination of watercolored, color pencil, and crayons, were half a makopa, half a guava, half a buko, half a banana, and half a kaimito. There were 5 fruits, all right, drawn beautifully and painted with bright, happy colors, but there were only one half of each fruit. Teacher Ligaya stood up quickly. She wanted to talk to Teo immediately and find out what was wrong with him. In her rush, she limped into the principal, Mr. De Guzman, in the corridor. "Miss Teacher Ligaya," Mr. De Guzman, "I see you here. Already the best artwork in your class," he said, looking at Teo's paper at her hand. Teacher Ligaya began to explain. "Let me see that," the bulky rubber special said. Look at the piece of paper from her. "Oh, what a lovely painting. They look about the very fruits." "Well, that's not," Teacher Ligaya said. They look so delicious." "Too. I didn't know you thought. I say it was done to the art. Whoever wrote it in very talented. Very gifted indeed, he continued from her face found with excitement. So are you see? She tried to find her right word. And how creative you always are, Teacher Ligaya, he said, patting her on the back. You made the children draw fruits enough? Ho ho ho, brilliant idea, brilliant indeed. I think you'll still have a chance of winning the grand prize this year. He wrote out the paper to Teacher Ligaya, then toiled away. Teacher Ligaya's open mouth from in midair and he was into space. She knows she could have explained about the painting to Mr. de Guzman. She looked down steps in the basketball hurt Portillo, playing with the biggest boy from higher grades. Mateo! She called out, were echoing in the green. Teo suddenly stopped playing and excused himself from everyone. Yes, ma'am. What I can do for you? He said very suddenly at the early guy. Follow me to the classroom quickly, she said naturally. I want to know something very important. Yes, ma'am, you said, surprised. Why, Teacher Ligaya with frowning? He never had the frown before. Teacher Ligaya sat on her desk and asked, What's the matter with you, Teo? Is there anything wrong? Wrong? Nothing's wrong, man, Teo said, shaking his head sparingly. You know that all of the schools in the whole town are preparing for their school kalikasan art exhibit next week, don't you? She asked again. This time, she solid so fast she didn't stop for Yes, Teacher Ligaya, Teo answered instantly. So what do you think to do in art class today? Teo was not set to seeing Teacher Ligaya without a smile. He suddenly felt nervous. Easy, draw my 5 favorite fruits, ma'am, he said carefully. Right, Teacher Ligaya said inanely. So what did you do? Teacher was getting more afraid. Teacher Ligaya noticed that Teo was getting spooked by her voice. Always a thoughtful person, she put back on a smile, although not a very bang one. And she made her voice in a bit softer. Come on, Mateo, she said brightly, adjusting her eyeglass on her nose. I want an explanation. You know you can tell the truth. Truth, man? Theo was puzzled. Truth? Why you only one? Why did not follow my instruction? Look, I even wrote it on the board on big letters. But I did, ma'am. I drew my 5 favorite. No! Why did you want half of your 5 favorite foods? Teacher Ligaya interrupted. Now slowly explain to me why. Easy, teacher. My father said we don't really have much money, but sometimes when he earns a little extra, he buys me a fruit, he said proudly. I always cut the fruit in half. Teacher Ligaya almost swallowed her tonsils. 1 half for me, 1 half for my father. Teacher Ligaya's six turned out and the makopa ideas waiting. I share whatever I had with my father because he always there what he has with me, he explained. Teacher Ligaya's eyes turned the screen as the Nguag was Teo's painting. My father always come home very the fire, so he deserved half of his fossil gong. Teacher Ligaya's lips turned as Boko and Teo's painting. That's the reason why my favorite foods are really 1 half. His eyes twinkled. Teacher Ligaya's nose turned as yellow as the banana on Teo's painting. Then Teo's happy face becomes serious and he said, Sometimes I wish that my mother were still alive. I wouldn't mind having only 1/3 of my fruit. Teacher Ligaya covered his face with her hand which turned as purple as the kaimito on Teo's painting. Oh my! He cried. They was surprised why his teacher was turning into so many colors. Are you okay, teacher Ligaya? Are you sick? No, I am not okay. Yeah, I'm sick with shame, she said it herself. She was too embarrassed to even breathe. Are you mad at me, ma'am? Oh, Teo, never! Teacher Ligaya said in a croaking voice. I am mad at myself, she said in her mind. I didn't know, I thought. I am sorry for saying you did not follow my instruction, Teo. And slowly the color of her skin was normal again. She smiled at Teo, the way she used to. Teo smiled back. He liked Teacher Ligaya better when she smiled. The cheerful teacher stood up to read aloud what was written on the board. Draw your 5 favorite fruits. Yes, you did exactly that, Teo. She realized that the little boy did not disobey or misunderstand her instruction. It was she who misunderstood him. May I go play basketball now, Teacher Ligaya? At the Kalikasan art exhibit held at the town hall the following week, all the school children from all the schools, together with the teacher, turned up to watch the art show. Super! Oh, galing! Everyone thought every single artwork was really great. But the best of them all was flashed on a huge crane at the corner of the place. It was the most extraordinary art on art. Beside the screen is a big poster on which was written, My 5 favorite foods, watercolor, pencil, and crayon. By Mateo Ador Dacanay Jr., right to Umingan Elementary School. The grand prize winner was the top choice of all judges. Aside being an excellent painting, it is also a wonderful lesson in sharing our blessing. There are only one half of each fruit because the other fruit was shared with one. From one corner of her owl, Teacher Ligay's eyeglass mixed with tears, but she had the biggest smile of all. And in the end, Teo and his teacher share half of the fruit, and from that moment on, they become friends already. Here is the glossary.